Attention, attention, attention. This is Tingent number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo, announcing that the net recording has begun. TYNYUE.
Attention, attention, attention. This is Tiniat number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf, and this is your early net calling. So if you're around and you'd like to join, please sign in with your call sign slowly.
TNet number 4 Lima Echo India.
Tingent number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo.
Tingent number 3, Whiskey November Golf.
Attention, attention, attention. This is your official call out for your town net C of today. This is your net controller, Tiniat number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Teenage number 2 Delta November Golf.
Thank you for blocking me. Tiniat number 2, D November Golf. Forgive me, today is a very Sigh. Same usual suspects and no new newbies. Very disappointing. Seems like I'll definitely gotta send some ghosts behind a few of y'all. So today's topic is, what is the wildest folklore or superstition you've ever heard? Example, most people put like a horseshoe on top of their door. Hopefully it's good luck. Apparently I need some. So yeah, let's hear what is your wildest superstition or folklore or whatever you have. Let's hear it. First up is Tenyat number 4, Lima Echo India.
Greetings, everyone on the net, and Sajan Gijan. The wildest superstition. I would say I can't remember them all, but I'm pretty sure there's something in my something I remember. One of them would be, I would say the. I hate to go back to the past with the experience, but that's one of the craziest superstition with the kombucha tea crap. Um, yeah, they believe they drink that shit. They never get sick, prevent cancer, And yeah, that's the dumbest thing I heard. Another thing would be a lot of people believe um, if you take a virgin's period blood or I mean their piss of a virgin boy or virgin girl, and then you smear that on the door or something, that will prevent like evil spirits from uh, going to your house. Also, black dogs, like a black dog's blood as well, chicken blood, um, those type of thing. Um, they they sometimes they splash it on the door to prevent like evil spirits from coming in. And I say that's the one I kind of remember top of my head. I'm pretty sure there's more, but I can't remember. I can't think of it right now. But those are the one that came up to my mind immediately. Tingnet number 4, Lima Echo India.
Tenet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. With my inquisitive mind, I am eager to hear from you. Where did you, or have you actually tried those folklores? I'm actually quite fascinated about the virgin excrement. Have you ever tried it? Where did you get it from? Back to you.
The kombucha tea, that one I got forced on, and I remember every night, I'm just gagging, I almost want to throw up, and they had to feed me candy, just to like me not gagging and throwing up. So that was like kind of dramatic for me, and yeah, and it tastes like crap. I don't really like the taste of sour or vinegarish type of like drinks. So yeah, that was like I don't know. That's why I hate vinegar tasting stuff because that's what it tastes like. And yeah, um, they believe like they never have to go to hospital. They put credit. They give credit every time something happened. And like, oh, I used to have blood pressure or something like that. And thanks to drinking this, I no longer have that problem. Like they always do that stuff. I would say another one is like um, hmm, the black dog stuff. I only see it like in
You got cut off, Lisa Hong, but you're actually ignoring the very interesting one that you mentioned about the virgin excrement, smearing it all over the wall. Apparently, that stops ghosts. I would love to hear if you've ever tried that before, and where did you get it from? Back to you.
I've actually never tried it, but I don't know. I've seen it in KJs, a couple KJs, and when I went to Vietnam back then, some people do believe in that, and uh, actually, I had some bunch of other crazy stuff happen, like some lady put a cigarette between my toes and tell the spirit to go smoke the cigarette and leave my body. So it's like she placed two cigarettes and lit it up as if like my toes were the mouth or something, and smoke was coming out. And yeah, another one was like this one other lady, she rubbed some eggs around my like chest, and when you peel out the eggs, right? There's some kind of like red Chinese word in the egg, or sometimes it's like rotten, and they say, oh, that's the message, that's the toxin or crap from the body that went into the egg. But I think Sir John debunked that scam. I had that happen to me in Vietnam. So I guess they poke a needle into the egg, and they did something with it. But yeah, the blood thing. I think some Chinese people believe in it, and Vietnam people over there, some people believe in it, like especially in the villages. But I never actually tried it myself. Tinya number 4, Lima Echo India.
Then at number two, Charlie Hotel Golf. I swear, you have the most entertaining stories. You need to start like a YouTube channel or something. It will be highly hilarious. Just know when you're about to answer, I thought you said Sajan told you about the virgin blood. It's like what? Like what is going on here? Thank you for that laugh. Today was a very trying day, Lisa Hong. Thank you. All right, let's do a call out. I'm eager to hear from TY4HAA. You haven't signed in just yet. Are you wrong? Tenet number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. If you're trying to sign in, we didn't hear you, so you could sign in again.
Senior number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Hotel Alpha Alpha. If you're trying to sign in, we didn't hear you.
Number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Yeah, you may want to check your settings or your Bluetooth speaker because actually hearing like a latency on my side. But yeah, I have you though, and we shall get to you. So back to the top. Senior at number 3, Whiskey November Golf. The floor is yours.
And yet number 3, Whiskey November Golf. I think the craziest superstitions that I've ever heard of, at least in my culture, is anything to do with funerals. Like, I know you can't eat noodles because noodles means longevity. And if you eat noodles, it's bad luck. And, I haven't attended that many funerals in my life, but when I did, and I went to Filipino ones, I dreaded it because like you would do something and you didn't know it was bad luck. Doing anything's bad luck. They'd be like, "Oh, you can't go to the funeral if you're on your period because then your pussy's gonna stink for a month." And my ex-cousin did that, and I was like, "Oh." She's like, "Yeah, I'm not supposed to be here, but I don't believe in that." I guess she suffered the consequences of it. Um, what was the other one? I remember I tried to pick up a flower and take it with me, and my ex sister tried to do that, and my ex aunties and family try to fight us because they're like, "You want us dead now?" Because I guess if you do that, that means you like if you take something from the funeral, then somebody else is gonna die. Um, you can't clean the house at all because usually in the Philippines, um, the funeral's in the home. So after they die, they quickly embalm them and then they bring them home, put them in the living room, and then somebody has to watch them. And they stay up for like days watching the body so nobody take it. So you can't shower in the home, you can't clean the home, or else you're brushing away the spirit. You can't wear red. Um, ooh, jeez. Oh, after the funeral, you can't go straight home, or else, bad luck, or you're gonna die. And when you do come home, you have to jump over fire. That one, that one was interesting. Um, oh yeah, and if you're pregnant, you cannot look at the dead body because then your baby's gonna die. So everything about that's just bad luck. But that's one of the biggest superstitions, I think. I think that's the most superstitious time ever in my life that I've ever seen so many Filipinos be the most superstitious. Um, Other than like when you answer the door and a stranger's there and you invite them in, the stranger got to say bull, which means person, respectfully a person, because they might be a vampire or a monster or something. But other than those are like the top superstitions I think I've heard that are kind of weird. Back to you.
Senior at number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Yeah, once it resides around funerals, there tend to be a lot of superstition. Like in my culture, if you go to a funeral, you have to like go in the house backwards or immediately go and take off all of your clothes to have it washed because apparently the dead has infected your clothes and you have to take it off immediately. Or if you go out late at night past 10 o'clock, you have to walk into the house backwards. So, yes, yeah, as you're going to your door, you spin around, look at the outside, and walking backwards so spirits don't follow you into your house. But which one have you actually tried? Back to you.
Um, for me, I I have not done the jumping over fire one, but everybody else done it. And they're like, it's not a big fire. And I'm like, I ain't messing with that. And I don't know why, but usually like when they die, they like always go visit them. But I have like this very uncomfortable thing about looking at somebody's body who's dead. And I think it's weird that like when somebody dies, you prep them to look like they're just sleeping and they're semi-alive when clearly they're not. And when you do that, like I don't know why a bunch of Filipinos do this, but they'll like kiss the corpse and I'm like, dude, they've been sitting out in the heat for like a week. And you doing that? You don't know what's under all that makeup. So I don't know. I say I'm not superstitious like that, but sometimes I get anxiety and I'm all like, well, maybe if something does happen, yeah. But I think the only one that I've done was like the non-weird one was probably not eat noodles during the funeral time. Um, I don't go straight home after the funeral because I'm trying to eat. Um, I ain't trying to go home starving, but superstition wise, I think it's kind of BS. Um, I think they're all BS. The only thing, I think I try not to take things home for funerals now after I got yelled at, but that's the only reason why. But if I did, I would because, like, again, like Filipinos, like, they have like a little altar to remember like their family and the pictures, and I'm like, so why not keep things to remember them by? Like, you know, clothes and stuff like that. Like, if you're gonna do that, because you already have all their other stuff there, so what's wrong with taking a flower from the funeral? But and my ex-mom did it for my ex-nana, but when it comes to her family, she don't do it, so I thought that was weird, but I usually don't follow none of them because I think they're all BS.
Tenet number two, Charlie Hotel Golf. Wow, a lot to unpack there, but we shall move on. Okay. Tenet actually no. Is there anyone who would like to call in or sign in at this point in time and join in on the conversation? Let's have a good time. You may do so now.
Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Don't worry, Tenet number four, Hotel Alpha Alpha. I definitely got you the first time, and you are also a priority. Is there anybody else around who would like to sign in? Come on, newbies. Come on, come on, come on. I feel like a farmer trying to get his chickens' attention, and they just keep running away from me every time I try to call the newbies. So next thing to do is just pull out the hatchet. Okay, moving on to Tinyat number two, Delta November Golf.
Tinya number 2, Delta November Golf. Greeting everyone on the net. Jajang Gijang. Yeah, it's kind of like it's fun to talk about the folklore because we are from a different country and we have our own culture and then folklore things like in Indonesia. Like if you go funeral, I think we already prepare before when when we not come back like home. We already have like a bucket of water with a flower and we pray to the water, and then before we go enter the house we just wash the face, the hand, like the feet, like that, and saying like if any spirit you cannot go enter, uh just stay outside, you cannot go enter the home, like that. So yeah, what else? I think it's most of the parent, I think, is like put a fear on the kids. Like when I was a kid, right? After 6 o'clock, you cannot go outside. Or otherwise, like the big giant lady, a ghost, will capture you, and like that. Like put a fear. I think that's wrong. I know. I think it's whatever you want to teach your kid. I think it should like make a sense and make them understand why, right? Yeah, they put like so much fear before. I think it's and in Indonesia, Thai, and Cambodia, I think like the Southeast Asia part, I think the ghost is almost like the same. Like there's a lady stealing a baby when she died. I think like her back is like have a hole like that. It's like come and stealing a baby, or there's a ghost like I think this is not a ghost. I think it's a part of like magic. This practitioner is doing some spell or something like take it out his her. I think all their organ and the head is flying. This is like a folklore in Indonesia. This is a very famous sucking the blood of the baby, like flying. Like that. So yeah, it's just if there's a ghost or something, is lady like we can smell like a jasmine, a flower like smell like that, or sometimes like if like it's a big giant like a what's that called, like a I forgot to say. It's like an ape, like a big, like a red eyes like that, and then it's when they come around, it's like I think smell like a dead fish like that, like smell trash like that. Yeah. I think that's the folklore, story, and then like a ghost story, or it's just trying to put the fear on the kids. Mm. Well, some people believe it, or some people don't believe it. So yeah, yeah. Back to you, net control. Unit number 2, Delta November Golf.
Tenyat number 2, Delta November Golf. That is very interesting. Indonesia seems to have a very live, rich, interesting culture. I don't know what to reply to that. As you were speaking, it made me think about this weird video I saw where this priest, this Roman Catholic priest, was trying to suck this little kid dick after baptism, where some really weird shit was going on, gay weird shit. But yeah, very interesting about sucking babies. Let's move on. Tenyat number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha, my favorite person. The floor is yours.
Ooh, everyone on the net, good evening. Shajan, Gijang, net controller. So everybody's been talking about death and stuff. So, yeah, from the tradition where I'm from, Black Americans have some practices about that death thing, but it's a little bit different. They had stuff like putting blue bottles on trees, and that was supposed to, kind of like our gourd here, but that thing was supposed to trap the spirits in that thing. And you also could carry pockets of grain, because if you ran across a spirit, you're supposed to throw it in front of them, and it gets them confused, and they start counting the grains that are on the ground so you can get away. Like, that's supposed to help. There's also a tradition of painting the porch a certain color blue, because the spirits can't supposedly cross water, so running water, that is. So the ancestors of that time thought that if they painted the house or painted the porch blue, that they couldn't cross that and they wouldn't get in the house. And then there's other things that you could carry on yourself, like powders and dust and graveyard dust. And if you carried a cat bone, that was supposed to help you with getting in, into a relationship. especially if it was smeared up with some grease and stuff. Oh, that was the best. You know, you got a black cat bone. That was awesome. And then, of course, if you did any kind of candle magic, that was also part of it. You could do some crossroads. You could stand in the middle of the street, throw some stuff out behind your back, throw some salt over your shoulder. A lot of stuff, you know, people just did because that was, you know, their effects was what it was. Honestly, I believe a lot of it was intention, and they just got the results. They said, oh, wow, okay, the last time I did this, this worked. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. And, you know, then they try it and then, you know, maybe they got a result. But yeah, that's what I understand from some of the stuff that isn't maybe, oh yeah, and the other one was covering mirrors when somebody died and stopping the clock. So you stop the clock and you covered the mirrors in the house. And most of the time they didn't have like, you know, morgues and stuff. So the people died in the house. So you just, you know, you basically just took care of whatever you needed and buried the person in the backyard. So that's how it went. Ting at number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Tenured number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. That is very interesting. It seems like the African American community have its own strategies of dealing with these things. I mean, unfortunately, it might be very effective, but as Sajan always says, better than nothing. So I guess it's my turn. What are some of these superstitions? Ooh, a good one is you can't whistle in your house at night because you're calling spirits and demons in. So every time I would try to whistle as a kid, my mom would try to hit me up backhand. I would do it just for like to annoy her. So I'll be there trying to whistle and she's trying to hit me with a broom. Another one about a broom. If you let someone sweep your foot with a broom, that means you're not gonna get married. Craziness. So, Wings Edja, be careful with that broom. What is the next one? Oh, it have like a soap. It have like this blue soap. I don't know the name of it. It's just like literally a blue soap. And apparently, if you bathe with that soap, it washes away all of your bad luck. The ridiculousness, the ignorance of our people. Okay, so we're going to my first favorite person. So Sajan is probably like my first, then Hasaja, then Lisa Hong. Well, bring Saja, she kind of in the middle. But yeah, let's go to our Sajan, TY9, YUE, Echo.
Wow! Hi everyone in Chung. This is TY9YUE. So, superstitious. That is a well, even in the medicine field, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. For example, the famous ginger tea, right? So when I was young, like there was a time where like ginger tea is like the holy water. So anything happen, ginger tea. It doesn't matter what it is, ginger tea is the best. And then, when you start to actually know what the hell that is, it's like, wow, why are you drinking so much ginger tea? I don't really like the taste, actually. But yeah, after knowing about the whole medical thing, it's kind of funny looking back into the old days. I just posted a document to give you guys a better idea of the pulse reading. So try to give yourself a read and see. What I wrote, I try to keep it very simple. Like I can go very deep and very, very detailed and all that. But I'm keeping it easy, right? So since we have some time, I might use the voice to explain it here, actually. So you take a look at the diagram that I gave you guys, and there are 6 spots, right? Six finger spot for reading. So you go through them, and then basically you kind of grade them. So it's kind of like our div cup, right? So first we do a surface level. So you kind of like just touch it and put a little bit of force on it. Close your eyes, wait a bit, and you'll see, right? So you grade it like this. First, you ask yourself Which one is the strongest, like really vivid, right? Pumping very hard. Which one is very faint? Which one is okay readable? Like I can feel it, but it's not very strong. So now you have the yang, right? Positive for the very, very strong and vivid. You have the sing for the neutral, right? Like they are readable but not very strong. And then you have a very faint and hard to read one, which is the yum. And then you grade every one of them. So next, the second element is the speed. So the pose is it like you do a breathing, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. The normal breathing, you should be able to count 4 to 5 beats, right? If the thing is pumping way too much, like it's faster than normal, then it's a yang, right? Yang, faster than normal. If it's slower than normal, then it's a yum, right? So you're going down. And then if it's like 45, right, it's okay, 4 or 5 beats. That's a sing, which is a ping, neutral. So you grade the surface level like that, and then you press like you're done. You press it in, and then you test the deeper level, and then do the same thing. Now you kind of put them together and judge what's going on, right? So the strength is telling you how much blood is inside that organ, and the chi for the speed. So you can imagine like a carpet with lots of water and you don't have much wind. So what happened? It stays damp, right? So the organ is damp with chi stuck inside. Now, if you have very, very little water and then a lot of wind, it evaporate everything very fast. So that place is dry, right? It's like used up very fast. You can also see like blood in the deeper organ. Okay, the deeper organ, like the battery, is like money, and chi is the speed of using up the money. So you see, there's like not much money, but the chi is fast. Like a weak pulse, and then you have like fast jumps. What happened? Well, very little money, but still spending fast. Then it's like, yeah, it's not so good. If you have lots of money, and then it's going out slow. So that's like a boss not releasing its resources. It's stuck inside, right? The deeper layer is the provider. So that's like the pre-heaven background, right? It's providing. And then the outside one, the surface, is like the post-heaven, is using up what's provided. So in this relationship, you can kind of see already, like if the surface level, right? Let's say it's powerful, right? So you have like lots of blood, powerful, and it's let's say slow. Okay, so the chi is slow, but there's lots of work to do. Like they're doing stuff, right? So there's like lots of work, but it's doing it very slowly. So what happened? Imagine in the office, right? The office has a lot of work, but they're moving very slow. So your organ there is like that. So the outside, the surface one is the doer, and the lower one is the provider, just like your div, right? So you have the pre-heaven and post-heaven relationship. Yeah, so there you go. Back to net controller, TYNMIE.
This is Tenured number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. That is a great lesson. I think we all will have to go back and listen to it over again, Sajon, while we're going through the material. We also saw, well, I also saw that you posted the videos, and I'm excited about that. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten a chance to look at it just yet. Yeah, for the feng shui house is just, yeah. But with guidance from Sajon, I shall make it through. This is Tenured number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. As we're about to close, does anybody else want to add anything, have any questions, or even sign in? The floor is open. So let's start from the top. TY number 4, Lima Echo India. Any questions? Anything?
I don't really have much, but I gotta do some real quick. So, Tina number 4, Lima Echo India, clear.
Syria number 3, Whiskey November Golf. Are you good? Any questions?
Kenya number 3, Whiskey November Golf, clear.
Syria number 2, Delta November Golf. How's things looking on your side?
Kenya number 2, Delta November Golf. I think I'm good. Yeah, got no question though. Back to you, net control. Kenya number 2, Delta.
Syria number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha is clear.
Okay, thank you for this valuable lesson, Sajwan. And do you have anything you want to finish off with, Sajwan, or that's it? Back to you.
Chung, I recommend you use that fool ASAP, right? The cleansing fool for the house, like go around the house, inside, outside, cleanse and stuff. I know you're like waiting for the stamp, but you know what? Like you got a full written already, so use that up. Write again later. At least you clean up, and it won't keep like going downhill.
Thank you for that, Sajwan. I will do that immediately. The time in Toronto is now 9:03. This is your net controller. It's in net number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf, concluding tonight's net. Thank you all for joining. Remember, you can always continue the discussion in the line chat room. The net is now officially closed. The channel is returning to normal use. We will see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. And please, people, come out. Let's have a good discussion and give Sajwan some good fruit in his return and give him some inspiration to continue teaching us. This is Team number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf, clear.
Team number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo, clear.